Hi. Hello. Hopefully everyone's having a pretty good day today. Friday. Friday, of all days. Best day of the week, right? That's what some people tell me. I can't say I believe them, you know. I can't say I can entirely believe that they're accurate. I like Saturday more, I feel like. I think Saturday is the best one because it's right. It's like the Oreo filling of the weekend, right? Like, you know, Friday and Sunday may as well be the chocolate cookie part of that Oreo, right? Which makes Saturday the creamy bit in the center. So, that's why I prefer that one. Do we have plans for today? No. No. It's simply like the popular demand that I at least try to do these. So I will put one out every once in a while, you know? As simple as that. Oh no. Hold on one second. There is a single technical difficulty we're going to look at. Oh my googly god Jesus. Don't mind me, this chat window is just like super big. So we're gonna take a second to make that not. Not only did it decide to be like really big, it just decided to be like absurdly big also. That's okay, we'll lock it in place. No. Hopefully it doesn't fuck around too much. Where's that cup? I mean, it's funny you say that because it's right here. It's right here. And it's been here for a long time, in fact. The cup. The cup. I guess it's not close enough to the camera, is it? It's right here. It's this one. Best part about it is, I mean, look at the nice logo it's got on it. Yummy. Although that may be a different cup than we're used to. Yeah, it's rainy and green out there. In fact, it's just like double trouble. The branding. Yeah, we got a branded mug. Just enjoyed some Weather Channel music today. Just enjoying the Weather Channel music. The Weather Channel itself. Well, streamers do be selling mugs. I'm not selling a mug. That's for my personal lipping action. You know. I would sell a mug though. Like, if I ever got popular, I would definitely sell like canned koozies or something that would resemble like the soda shop brands. But that's about it. That's like the extent I could think of. Branding's funny. Branding's weird. Like, unless like the actual item looks cool and dope, I don't see the point. You know. Like, I mean, that's why I think it's a really good idea to have make some sort of logo for yourself, for your entity. Like, make a cool like little logo so you can put it on stuff. And like a logo is like the most valuable purpose is the fact you can put a logo on like a big thing, and it doesn't have to be a big logo or anything, and it like it makes it look great. Logos are nice. Cozy koozies, yeah, yeah. I'd buy some koozies. Kidding me? I'll never use them, but I would buy them. Like I would utilize them. You know, I would. How's everyone doing today, though? Have you guys been having a really good uh, Friday? How's your Friday been going so far? Good, right? Right? Like a good Friday so far. I got YouTube on my phone. I got YouTube on my phone. I like to watch the Weather Channel in the morning on my phone, just so I know if it's gonna rain or not. Yeah. Mainly. Going good. He's making stew. What kind of stew? Is it? I do like stew. Stew's pretty good. Stew's pretty high tier. Achieved the task. Just had to do it twice. Went to Walmart twice. This guy over here, this 6 2/3 guy, he has to deal with blizzards now. That's what you get for leaving Florida. You know? You leave Florida for fucking 5 days, and look, you're getting hit by like snow already. It's coming right after you, 6. Bison pot roast. Of course. Delicious. So yeah, I was gonna, well, I never think of anything. By the time Friday occurs and like Friday has happened, like I'm already in a position of like, oh, it's Friday. I didn't even think of like what to do for the VR stream. I never plan ahead that far. It never seems like there's a big reason to do so, but you know, here we are. We always get to this point, don't we? Let me turn this around, actually. Turn this around so chat's more on my periphery. Oh, we have been playing Elden Ring. That's something. That's pretty fun, huh? Wow. Elden Ring, what a fun video game that is. Boy, it's gonna take us 8 eons to beat that game, I feel like, at this point. Like, it's definitely gonna be fun, huh? But we did get past Radahn, and I don't even know why we fought the god skin. Like, at this point, I have no idea why we even fought him. After killing him, I'm just like, why did we do this? I don't feel like we were even supposed to be there. Play the campaign for North Africa. It's a tabletop war game, so complex. It's uncertain if anyone has ever finished the game. I've never played that before, I'll be honest with you, you know. But then again, I don't play a lot of tactical war games, and I certainly do not play any tabletop games, period. You know, those require tables. 1,500 hours is the runtime. God damn. It's too much for me. It's too much for me. That's the kind of game 6 would stream, though. Like, that's the kind of game he'd be like, yeah, we'll beat this one. This is one we're going to play through today. We're going to beat this 1,500 hour game. I mean, granted, he did beat Pentiment, and that game's, what, like 800 hours or something is what they said the playtime is. So, I feel like Pentiment doesn't get enough credit for how, like, long of a game it actually is. Well, no, of course it's not practical as a game at that point, but I don't know. I think video gamers, or I wouldn't even say video gamers. I say gamers are still an archetype of people that have been buried under the fact that video games are now mainstream. I don't think any fucking video game has to be practical at all. Like, I don't think any video game needs to hold the player's hand. I don't think the game needs to follow any sort of guideline or path. Like, I think games are not experimental enough, to be quite honest with you. I think enough games don't have, like, that bar right at the beginning of, like, oh, you can't do this? Well, then go play something else, idiot, you know? You wouldn't play through a 1,500-hour game, Six? What are you? What are you, some kind of jock? Around these parts, if you can't beat Super Mario Sunshine in 50 hours in one sitting, you may as well be a dork to us. Can't even beat Super Mario Sunshine in 50 hours in one sitting. Wow. I'm embarrassed for you. Yeah, in one sitting. In one sitting, you can't get up at all. Can't get. Oh, you want to get up? Well, maybe you're not cool like us. Maybe you're not cool like a real gamer then. No. I kind of do have jockey tendencies towards the nerves and stuff in the locker. I mean, I bully people too. I mean, let's be honest here, Six. I feel like by default, me and you both met. We both met in the midst of both of us, like, bullying. We were like, you were bullying gamers from this angle, and then I was bullying them from this angle. We kind of just sandwiched in. Like, that's how we met. We met bullying nerds. Like, that was our thing, you know? Like, bar none, you know? Like, we both came in there with the same reasoning factors of, look at these dorks. Let's bully them a little bit. Yeah, we were united with our cyberbullying. I did beat up the high schoolers in Yaga. They didn't know who they were fucking with. Like, those high schoolers thought they were bullying, like, a normal person. They didn't realize they were bullying, like, a professional troll. You know? Like, you're out of your league, folk. You know, you can't out-snake the snake. You can't out-troll the troll, you dumb bullies. They were also psychotic. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not psychotic, though. That's why I decided not to finish all the missions, because, you know, I'll play the game of trolls with them, but I can't play the game of psychos. You know, I'm not good at stabbing people. I'm good at fucking with people. Like, I like, I find it highly amusing to, like, fuck with people, right? Like, I think that's great. It's like one of my favorite things is to just fuck with somebody, you know? It's funny, you know? Screw with their head a little bit, you know? Make them laugh, or angry. Yeah, hopefully laugh. Like, the attempt, like, all the shots, all the shots sent are like meant to make the person laugh, but sometimes, you know, good lord, they just don't take it too well. So you gotta kind of be picky and choosy with who you decide to, like, I don't know. Well, some people call it trolling. Some people call it bullying. I call it, like, a valid sense of humor, you know? A valid humor, like, tactic, humor strategies, you know? I don't know. I think trolling is too. Well, Six uses the word ribbing, but I don't know. I think it's all just humor. I think it's a sense of humor. I think people are, like, not great at humor and not great at absorbing humor anymore, and that's why, like, you kind of rarely find anyone who's, like, really super fucking funny, because they're all, like, kind of, like, afraid that someone will take something wrong, which I always am too. You know, I'm like, geez, I hope, like, the joke I'm, like, shooting out there isn't going to be taken wrong, and it's going to be taken as, like, dumb or funny. Yeah. you just gotta gut check them, yeah. Well, another thing is, too, it's a good Turing test, really. Like, if you're good at, you know, being funny, cracking jokes, and people do start taking it too seriously, or someone, you know, very obviously tries to, I don't know, like, take it more seriously than they need to, like they're being, like, willfully ignorant about things, It's just stupid. But that's a good Turing test of just like, well, then just go. Like if, like basically you can't force people to appreciate you or your humor or whatever. And if someone's gonna take it wrong, don't like sit there and change yourself just to like make that fit. That's not really as much of a you problem as you might think. Made a joke about wishing I had the type of Helix Range Rover Taliban used to once, and a lady we were with got visibly disgusted at me. I don't see why she would. Like, I mean, it's a valid point. Anything that can ride around in like a war-torn desert is probably pretty good fucking car. Probably a pretty good vehicle. Like it's probably pretty decent. But let people get mad about it. It's stupid. Let them take it wrong. Who cares? Yeah, I think it's a good filtering mechanism. It's one I always use. Like I kind of go around all over the place, just using my own, my own little sense of humor. And if anyone ever takes it wrong or people try to like twist my words or whatever, I back the fuck out because I have nothing to gain from sticking around with like a group of people. Like I have like nothing to gain from like blending into a group and acting like them just to be a part of that group. It's more inconvenient for me to do that. So like if people give me a good reason to back away, I just take it. I think there's a wise quote somewhere in the world that is lost to me that it's a simple one because it's basically if you are not wanted, go. Like it's as simple as that. If you ever find yourself in a position, mostly social, not so much like workplace or business, professional shit like that quote doesn't apply there. But for your social shit, like the groups that you go to relax and let steam off and have fun with, if like you are not wanted there, don't try to like appease it. Just go. You'll find other people. You'll find like a group of people that will appreciate you more. Like always, there's always going to be that group, and the like the crux of it, the bad part of it, but by staying with this group that does not want you, right? You'll like if you stay with them, you'll never be able to look around for people who would treat you better and people who would like appreciate your company more. So like never like change like who you are as a core to just blend into something else. It's stupid. It's like such a bad idea. I mean, you will lose yourself and then like eventually they will chew you up and spit you out. Those type of people anyways. So it's not even worth it. Yeah, it happens in the workplace. You have to like play the game in a workplace. Like you definitely have to play ball then. But that doesn't apply to social groups like ever. Managers will be impressed, yeah. And then you can become the manager, and then you can be like just a jerk to everybody. That's the one advantage of being manager, is that like you're basically paid to be a jerk. It's amazing if you really think about it. It's actually a pretty good deal. But yeah, just be you. It's fine. I think you don't need to change. You just need to find people who like you. As simple as that. And they're out there. They're out there somewhere. There's always gonna be weirdos just like you, weirdos just like me. They're out there, and they're great. Whenever you find a weirdo just like you, it's like the best fucking day ever. You kidding me? Holy shit. That's like it's the most freeing thing to meet someone that's like that gets you. You're on the same level. It's great. And you got to be kind of careful not to like, I don't know, let the really glossy, don't let the really glossy, fucking blindingly bright people ever distract you from the people that are like around them, that are being like hidden under all that light. Because like in my experience, it's very rarely like in a social group setting, It's very rarely the person I have my eyes set on. That is like the person like afterwards that's like by my side. Usually, when you get into a group, you'll set your eyes on a few people, be like, I like them. Something about those people, but it's very rarely actually them that are like the good ones. It's always gonna be the person you fucking didn't even talk to the first 2 weeks of like being in like that social group. That's gonna end up being like the fucking real one. Well, how you doing, Anderson? So like don't underestimate the gems in the rough. Like seriously, like it's crazy. It's crazy how that works. It every time without fail. And so that's why you gotta kind of be nice to everyone too. Like definitely just be nice to people, because you never know who's gonna be like that really cool dope dude or woman that like you made the right choice of being nice to them, not knowing that they're gonna end up being like your best friend or something one day. And that small kindness could very well have been like the factor that led to the friendship, so. Oh, but hopefully everyone's having a good Friday. And hopefully you're prepared for Saturday. And all these snowstorms. Apparently there's fucking blizzards going on everywhere. Everyone gets to hunker down. Eat some marshmallows. You guys can watch The Thing on DVD. How am I preparing for the blizzard? Oh, geez, I don't know, Six. I don't know. I'm probably doomed. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Guess I'm just doomed. Guess I'm screwed. Guess I'm just screwed now. I'm just gonna freeze. Although they said it snowed here in Florida. I didn't see it. I didn't see any snow. I would have definitely have made it aware of everyone that if I saw some snow. I did not see any snow, though. Rip Florida. Yeah, if it does snow here, here's the thing: if it ever does, if there ever is a snowstorm here, I'll never be able to tell you about it because I'll probably instantly die from it. Like I probably have like a elemental weakness to like snow. Like it'll literally like do like critical damage immediately. Iguanas, yeah, a frozen iguana hit me in the noggin. It'd take me out. I mean, that wouldn't be the worst way to go, though, would it? It would be memorable. Especially if the iguana, like, unthaws afterwards, right? He'd have to live with that, like, on his conscience. He'd have to, like, keep him up all night. Poor bastard. Critical damage, yeah. You don't know. I don't know. I've never touched snow before. It could fuck me up. To be honest, I got snowed out once at the end of June when I tree planted in BC. Snow because of the same conditions. I killed a man. Now what am I gonna do with myself? Right, but Six, like, let's be honest here. Why would you wear anything but a basketball short? Like, the human beings have invented the most comfortable pair of shorts, so I don't see why anyone would not wear a basketball short. You gotta at least have like 2 or 3 pairs of basketball shorts if you are a Florida man. Like, if you don't have that, I'm concerned that there's something wrong with you. I can understand if you live up in the fucking north to why you would have none, right? Like, I get that. Right? Too cold. Down here, though, you better have like a couple of those nice Hawaiian shirts. I even got a nice red button down, and the shirt is legitimately just covered in like holes. Like it was built with just a bunch of air holes in it, right? So if a breeze hits you, it just goes boom, right through. Feels great, too. Great shirt. But it's just covered in holes. But it's smart, As soon as I saw that shirt, I'm like, that's the one. That's the one, the breeze catcher. Is there an actual death blizzard hitting America? honestly, if it seems like, yeah, there is something very unusual going on with the weather, to be quite honest. Because, like, in Florida, we had a very tame storm season, and usually that means something like is off, right? Like, because weather, it's like a balance, is it not? Like, because like some days, when we get like a really short like summer, long winter, whatever, it affects like the storm seasons. And since we had like no fucking storms down here, I do wonder if that's gonna have like a doppel effect of like more cold weather storms. But the weather is interesting. Like the weather's been acting real funny like the past 5 years. Just unusual shit, like unpredictable behavior. It's weird that we live in 2026 and we keep getting hit by like preemptive surprise attacks by like weather. Like, what are the meteorologists and all these weather radars actually doing to where like a death blizzard can just suddenly show up and we had no way of being like, all right, this is coming down the pipeline a month from now. Like, I'm sorry, have we not like improved on weather technology in the past like 30 years, or am I crazy for thinking that this is crazy that these things can sneak up on us? Like, how does this keep happening? I feel like you shouldn't taste the snow, okay? I mean, I've never tasted snow before, but I hear the yellow kind is like the one you should definitely go after. If you go after the white snow, it's like no taste or whatever. So I don't know, but we don't have snow over here. Post hurricane is way worse. We'll likely lose power and it'll be really cold. Like, you just eat some dry stuffs in bed and shit in a bucket for 3 days. Okay. Imagine if it rained sand instead of snow in Florida. It's just it's just friendly snow. Like, in like a video game where like, the places you have to climb on or like the items you have to grab are yellow. I assume like if you see yellow snow in a video game, that's like the healing snow. I was like, oh shit, the game wants me to grab this snow. Oh, yum yum yum. But I don't know. God, I mean, does it not rain? It definitely rains sand in some places, right? Isn't that what explains, like, is it the Sahara Desert? Is the Sahara Desert the one that's like an actual anomaly that doesn't make sense? That's the Sahara Desert's the one with like the giant sand dunes, right? Which, if you think about it, there's something bizarre, something ecologically bizarre happened specifically right there. There's something weird about it, because that used to be grassy tropical land, and now it's like there's like miles of sand there. How? What the fuck? What the fuck's going on there, huh? I'm scared me. I heard something behind me. Sahara got sun. Yeah, it's weird over there, cause like it's wasn't always there, and it's just one of those things, just like Antarctica, where if you got miles of ice, but there's under the ice there's trees and Mountain Bailey castles and stuff like that. It's like, okay, why is there like 10 miles of ice here? How did that just like suddenly form? Like, what the kind of do be raining sand in Florida on windy days. You're getting blasted by grass, sass, palm trees, sperm, bugs, and loose marsh dirt everywhere. Yeah, it's okay. You get used to it. You get used to all sorts of adverse, like fallout style weather conditions here in Florida. I did think someone was behind me, I swear to you. You never know. Well, like the radio behind me changed music and it sounded like something weird, like a robot was behind me or something. You gotta remember one time. Hey Vincy, how you doing? It's good to see you. You gotta remember one time I was in here, right, chilling, and then someone on my fucking friends list logged in to this room and just stormed me from they came out of the darkness. They're like, hey, how you doing, Vicer? Scared that shit out of me. It's gonna be like Alive about the Chilean football team that crashed in the Andes and resorted to cannibalism. It's a damn shame. It's okay, guys. It's okay, guys. I promise. If we ever get like stranded on like an island, or like we crash and you guys are with me, I assure you, don't worry, I will resort to cannibalism. So you don't even have to worry about that. Like, you will not go to waste. We're not gonna fucking bury you in the dirt. And like, what's the point? Waste of meat, you know? So don't even worry. I'm one of the good ones. Surprise. I think that's very reassuring. I think it's good to know your homies are not gonna waste you. You know, what the heck? What, you want your homies to bury you in the dirt? What a bunch of jerks! You kidding me? Wow. No. Hey, you're full of protein. You're full of protein. Bone marrow, the livers. It's just survival. It's just survival at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying. It's just survival. Even if we land on an island like full of like coconuts and pineapples and I don't like fruit. It'll be irrelevant. I'm sorry. Sorry to say, very, very, very few things sate me. I drank all of my cherry Coke, and now it's over. Now it's gone. It's all been imbibed. All roads eventually lead to cannibalism. That's true. That is true. But it's a viable factor, especially in this year of 2026. You don't know when the great next civil war will happen here, and it's just going to be cannibalism based. I don't fucking make the rules. I did not decide this. I'm just telling you what the factos are. Yeah, I didn't decide it. I didn't decide it. If it was up to me, I don't know. We'd give everyone like little pot houses, unless it's like an old person or like a family. But like all the single people and the young folk get a pot house. You don't need much. We have computers, we have internet. And then they'd be like, "Oh, you want to do recreational activities? Okay. You leave your pot house and you can go do that. And you don't need a job. Yeah, if you want to do something besides going on the computer and watching YouTube, then yes, you get a job and then you can go do some recreational activities. If you want better food, then grasshopper bars, you can go get a job. But otherwise, you can stay in your pot house and just live. You could be old and live. Why not? The creativity would be there. You could still be creative, or you could just go work at the AI robot factory, and you can go like massage the AI robot's feet while they do all the fucking work. It'd be an easy life. We just live in our pot houses, and then we can go do like a stupid job that's pointless. If we want to go buy premium beans instead of basic beans, it's just simple. So that's how the world should work. Sorry to say. I'm gonna eat a lot of shitty food, so when I do get eaten, people will regret it. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll save you for last, Vincy. Premium beans, yeah, you gotta work for it though. Like otherwise, you can be like homeless. No, not homeless. I don't believe in homelessness. You stay in your pot house, and if you try to be homeless, we will arrest you and make you live in your pot house. And it's fine. You get normal beans in there, right? And then you can go work, and you can be like, hey, I made some money this week on my rudimentary job. I'm gonna get the tasty beans today. Yeah, the Beam Supremes. I like them too. Yeah, I mean, it's okay because then people would rebel. They'd protest the fact that the government won't let them be homeless and won't let them starve. People like, we wanted the freedom to die and starve. We want the freedom to be homeless. Like, it doesn't matter. We'll all be dissatisfied no matter what. But that would be way funnier to see people like protesting that. You know, premium beans should be free. Be great. England, yeah. Most of the world too. Like, although I think it seems like society was headed towards that path, but I guess we've kind of veered. We were going towards a path that I would have understood. The path of just like dystopia, like government control. But we've kind of like went, and I have no idea. We're fucking we're out in orbit now. We have lost the fucking orbit. I have no idea. Anything could happen anymore. I have no ability to predict what the fuck's going on anymore. Because it up to a point, history kind of followed like a path that made sense, and now it's just everywhere. We're gone. We've deflected. And all we can do now is just sit and see what's going on. I'm going to make bean portraits and sell them on the black market. That's illegal, Vinci. You can't do that because that's illegal. And we'll find you and we'll force you to live in your pod house. Society is supposed to be on the Children of Men path. Hey, yeah, Blade Runner. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I wish we had the Blade Runner. I wish. You're preaching to the choir over here. All I want is the Blade Runner future to happen. Please, give me it. In all of its dirtiness, too, and all of its awfulness. I want that. Yeah. Yeah, you eat your beans, damn it. You're not supposed to express yourself. What do you think you're doing? Trying to act like an individual. How dare you? I don't know. Unfortunately, we're if you guys want to know what future we're likely heading towards, watch Demolition Man. Or no, I wouldn't even say Idiocracy. I'd say Demolition Man. Like we're heading, like if you right in the middle between Idiocracy and Demolition Man, that's where we're headed. That's where we're fucking aimed towards. So if you want to know what our future is going to be like, watch both of those and just be like, oh, yeah. Because they're both old enough movies now to where they were just utterly predicting the future. But looking back, it's kind of they were on point with a few things, and it's just fascinating to see. Yeah, Demolition Man. I'm not even joking. Like, I watched it recently, and I was like, holy shit. This is all very familiar. Johnny Mnemonic. Oh, God, I need to watch that again, actually. I've not seen that in a long time. I saw that when I was, like, a kid, and I definitely didn't understand it as a kid. It was one of those movies I watched. I'm like, this is boring. I'm a child, Although some movies are better when you're a kid, and then you watch them later on, you're like, man, what was I, stupid? Why did I like this? What did Stallone know? I do like Sylvester Stallone. He's a good guy. I think that's my main thing. He's like a decent dude, just like in general, just a okay guy. Not a good actor, terrible actor. not the best director either, but good guy. Entertaining movies too. I think the issue is that in a lot of I don't know, I didn't grow up in the 70s and 80s or really the 90s, I did not really grow up in those time frames, but I assume anyone who was paying attention to the world around them it was probably all easy. Like if you pieced it all together, it probably just like led to like one apparent answer. That's why, like a lot of these movies predicting the future were very spot on about it, because like the pieces were there, and anyone looking noticed the pieces. You know, because it's funny in this day and age, 2026, like go look up conspiracy theories for the past like that have been like a thing for like the past 20 years, right? And it's miraculous how like 80% of these conspiracy theories, at least relating to like the government, are just true. Like it was all there. Like there was definitely like shit happening that anyone paying attention could see. But then like the government structure was also set up so anyone who spoke out about it was just like hit by the arrows of you're a conspiracy theorist to make them seem crazy. But it turns out all these fucking people with the tinfoil hats were just seeing obvious signs of shit and just trying to speak out. Then it's less about them being crazy and more about them seeing, between the seams. And nowadays, though, it just there's no such thing as a tinfoil hat man anymore unless you go like down the avenue of like fucking flat Earth, which those people might be crazy because if you look into flat Earth for long enough, you realize that there's not much validity to it. There's very little to it. Ghost in the Shell. I need to rewatch that one too. God, I am so glad the future is not like Deus Ex. Are you kidding me? God. I mean, a Cowboy Bebop future would have been pretty dope, but a Cowboy Bebop future is also just 1990s, but on like Venus. Like there's not much difference in like the actual society of Cowboy Bebop other than space exists, but like it's still like 1990. Turtles all the way down. Yeah, he wasn't like Sylvester Stallone is not. Well, I mean, he is really good in the first Rambo movie. Like there's some good acting in there for sure. But I can't call him. And Rocky was okay too. It's like it's all right. I love Rocky. I love the Rocky movies. But I'm not gonna sit there and act like his acting's the reason I like those. I like those because of the boxing. But to be fair, the Creed movies I enjoyed less. So, I just Michael B. Jordan or whoever plays as Creed in those movies, I just don't like him. He's kind of like a butthead. He just acts like a butthead. And I've seen all 3 Creed movies, so they lured me in to watch them. And the third Creed movie is great. The third Creed movie is like a boxing anime. Like they just went, let's just like make a bunch of weird special effects. Let's have like a man summon a tidal wave as he's boxing. So Creed 3 is like they went crazy. Oh, Rocky's good. All 3 Rocky movies are good. And then there's a 4th and a 5th. But Rocky 1, 2, and 3 are really good. And you can... Rocky 4 is really good too. Actually, I got that wrong. Rocky 5 is the weird one that you can skip. Best boxing movie? Besides Hajime no Ippo, the boxing anime. I don't know. I kind of like Rocky 2 a lot. To be quite honest, like I know Raging Bull's like okay, but that's just like a misery movie, I think the Rocky Balboa movie is really good too, like the one where he's like he's an old man, and just getting beat up by I think it was Antonio Tarver. He got beat up by Antonio Tarver, who was a good champion for a little while too, real boxer. But Creed 3 was pretty cool. Creed 3 was a pretty dope boxing movie. Grudge Match was good. I liked Grudge Match a lot, Grudge Match is a kind of a comedy. And it's basically old Sylvester Stallone and old, I think Robert De Niro, the guy who played Raging Bull. And they're just old as shit. And they just had like an old man boxing fight in it, basically. So it's fantastic. Apparently they were actually hitting each other too. which this it was just like it looked like two fucking uncles at like a barbecue, beating each other up. I have seen the Raging Bull. I do like Raging Bull. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. It's definitely not my favorite. I think it's a good movie. It is a very good movie, but there's something about the charm of the Rocky movies that I can't get over. Like I watch them, I have fun. I like the fights. They made the fights really fun to watch, which is, you know, a big advantage. There's also not that many boxing movies, honestly. Like there's a few, but a lot of them are pretty like mid. Like $1 Million Baby was pretty good, but if you like to be sad, Cinderella Man as well was like pretty good. If you like to be fucking sad, you know. I prefer more like I feel like personally if I like I much prefer just watching a good boxing documentary, to be quite honest, because I think those, well, it might just be because I'm really into boxing, but I think a good like boxing documentary, there's just a lot to it. There's a lot of meat there, a lot of interesting stuff, and then when they get to the action, they can show the dudes fighting. You know, it's like it's perfect. Real Steel was pretty good. Real Steel, Megalobox is an anime that was good. Hajime no Ippo is like one of my favorite animes because I can't remember the studio they had that was animating that, but like, what the fuck? Like that show did not deserve the quality of animation work it had. Emotional kidney shots. Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of boxing movies, that they're always very sad. And you know, I don't like sad stuff that much. Like I don't want to watch a movie and come away from it like that was okay, I guess, but now I want to cry. Madhouse, yeah, Madhouse. Like it's good lord. That's why I liked Hajime no. Well, actually, like it's funny because I did not like boxing whatsoever. Like I didn't really give a hoot or a holler. And then I watched the Hajime no Ippo anime, and something about how that anime presents boxing to you explains like the philosophies of it and the intricacies of it and the subtleties. Like it really just like made me like love the sport, because you know I used to watch like Rocky and all that stuff, and they were fine. It was just like frou-frou entertainment. But like the anime, like I don't know, it just presented it in such a way that really made me appreciate like the art form that it is. And ever since, good lord, I can't stop like watching boxing or, you know, keeping on top of it, because it is fucking dope. It's like so cool. How do I spell? Wait, how do I spell what? Hajime no Ippo. Shit. Hajima. Wait, no, IME. No, you know, Hajime, no, and then Ippo is IPPO. Aha. And it's really good. Oh, okay, well, the first season's gonna be pretty low quality animation. You gotta gobble up the first season and be like, okay. You know, they didn't have a budget. They didn't know the show, that people were gonna like the show, but like season 2 and 3 and I think 4, they just gave it like all the money in the world. And we're like, yeah, just make it really cool. But like that first season definitely, it is what it is, you know, like, but after that, like, good lord. And then I guess fortunately they canceled it. But the manga is like, it's still ongoing. Like, although the anime ended, the manga is still like, I think it's like 800 fucking chapters in or some crazy shit. Which I don't really read manga, so I have no idea. You know, you gotta present it to me in like a visual active format, or I'm lost. You know, I'm just lost on it. Oh yeah, I know it's like I mean I still like the first season, but I feel like the first season could still like really like run people off if they're gonna watch that and think, ooh, is like the whole series going to be like this style? Because it gets like some of the fights, like I stand by that there are a few fights in that show that are like probably the best fight scenes I've ever seen, like in any show or anime or anything. Because they've definitely got like a few that are like just like the most visually impressive shit. And like getting to those points are really dope. Like there's some real good highs, and then there's a lot of lows because it's mostly like slice of life. You know, like people like buying groceries and then oh man, they're out of cucumbers today. Where am I gonna find these cucumbers? And the whole episode he's trying to find the right store with a cucumber. You know, so you gotta deal with like the slice of life bullshit, which is you know whatever. It comes with the territory. At least the characters in it are so well written that you don't really mind like being left alone, you know, with their bullshit, because it's good. But it is sad also that like there are not like too many boxing movies. There's not a lot of boxing video games either. Like boxing is very niche, unfortunately. Like I wish there were more. Like I wish there was like a good solid AAA boxing game right now, but it's been like 15 years since we've actually like had one. We just kind of deal with like weird like indie titles and half-assed like AA video games, you know. That's okay. It's okay. And then in Tekken 8, they gave everyone swords. So my poor man Steve can't. What is he gonna do? He has boxing gloves. They're fucking shooting magic at him and hitting him with spears and shit. Like, at what point do you just go? I can't do it. Can't do it. Go make a Soul Calibur game. Get out of here. Where's Soul Calibur? Whatever. Make a new Soul Calibur. You know what the heck? Lo and behold, they completely cancel all the Tekken games or the Soul Calibur games, right? And then they take the Soul Calibur team, and then they fuse them with the Tekken team, and then fucking Tekken 8 turns into this awful fusion of Soul Calibur and Tekken. Who would have thought that would happen? Who would have thought that if you took all these fucking devs from Soul Calibur and put them into a team, it would just corrupt whatever they fucking touch with the same shit that like ruined like Soul Calibur. I mean, I like Soul Calibur too. Like, me and York might be like Soul Calibur's like biggest fans. We would buy those games on launch, play them a bunch, and then lament at the fact that like nobody else plays them. Like the communities for those were like shit. Which I get it, you know. They're kind of like a junk food fighting game almost. Yeah, I'm happy we beat Radahn today. That was nice. I forget who we have to fight next. I think it's the big snake. The big volcano snake man. I could be wrong. It's been a while. I mean, I completely forgot like how to get to Radahn anyways. I'm glad it took us a while too, because we barely defeated him. Like we barely had like the means to beat him today. Like hair thin. So like yeah, if we had challenged him earlier, like especially when I wanted to fight him, it would have been no chance. We would have stood like no fucking chance. We almost stood no chance as we were, because hey, we were in like that light threshold where he had like at least like 4 attacks that if they hit me, it was just like a full life bar depletion. So like at the very least, you need to be like strong enough to survive with like a sliver of health at the very least, even on like their strongest moves, or you have that factor of instantaneous death at any moment. And unfortunately today, we did have that factor. I did not have enough health. So, you know, it's a little touch and go. I died on him a lot. It took me 2 hours to beat him today. It took me longer to beat the Godskin Noble, that big rotund guy covered in skin who rolls like a ball. Took me like 4 hours, 3 hours? 3 hours to beat him. I was so fucking pissed. Oh, and I gotta fight 2 of them later. Him and like his skinny friend. Oh man, I am not built for that. I am not ready for that. God damn. Oh, I hated him. I I was so mad the whole time. Oh. Plus, I'm using the scimitar, like the little curved sword, and like I miss it because I usually use claymores, you know, like just a normal greatsword, and those things at least have the capability where if you hit them like 3 or 4 times, they you know they stagger, and then they go down, and you can hit them with these fucking scimitars like never do that to anything, and it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts because I loved like I guess like the hidden stagger. It just never comes into play with like light weapons, and I think that's goofy. It's such a goofy thing that like it should come into play. I feel like. I'm just too used to my Moonlight Greatsword being a lot heavier than I guess I realize. You know, it hits a lot heavier than I'm used to, I guess. But it is fun. I I fear the DLC. I definitely fear the DLC because if I'm having trouble with these guys, like if I'm having trouble with Radahn, I'm just gonna have trouble with the DLC. Like the Radahn is nothing compared to like what I'm going to face out there. I'm sure. You know, I'm sure like he's nothing compared to like some of the shit I'm gonna have to deal with. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, it's a way a lot of people beat the game, to be honest, because it's a viable gameplay method. Like it's the way to do it. Even with like with magic, people would get the I think it's the like the rock throw, like the rock magic, which is like its main like attribute was that it could stagger. You know, it had like physical attributes to it. So even with like magic, people were going for the stagger because that's like the main way to beat these fuckers. Because bosses are very like they're super aggro. Like they do not stop. Like once they start coming towards you, you're done. You know, like they don't stop like moving. So like having the capability to just stagger them, it's great. You know, it's great just to be able to stop them. But you know, it's still fun. Still super. You never know. I still may very well find like a really good item, really good sword that I'll just be like, all right, this is it. You know. But the wind blade's very useful though. The wind blade is just doing me wonders. You know, because I have this issue where you know I like to dodge and hit. You know, dodge, hit, and unfortunately my weapon's just a smidge shorter than I'd prefer. So those dodge and hits usually result in a whiff, right? Like I just whiff. But the wind blade gives me that, you know, it gives me a range. It's like a full fucking shot forwards. So you can you know you can dodge and swing, and there's a good chance it's gonna actually like land, which is nice. I hate fucking whiffing. Like I hate having to whiff. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. You know, with my mage, when you, I mean, you know, you just shoot him. You get your staff and you shoot the fucker. You know, it's very little whiffing occurring. You're gonna hit him, or at least you would hope so. But yeah, we're gonna keep probably playing that until we beat it. I'm guessing. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna rage quit. I think it's very doable. Like I'm not worried about that end of things. Because if we get into a tough fight, it's simply going to be a factor of fighting it until it's dead. I believe. You know, like yeah, it's not an unbeatable game. We played a lot of hard shit too, so the fact that it's not like a janky game is far harder to, in my opinion. A game with like really shitty controls is a lot harder to manage than a game with like super clean, refined controls being difficult. Because at least with that, it's you know in Elden Ring, it's mainly your fault that you're losing. In a janky, shitty old game, it may not always be your fault, and that is far more infuriating, I think. The katana? I mean, yeah, why not? I think the magic build is super fun. It's just boring. That's my only thing. Because I like the magic, but it serves itself to the most boring way to play the game. Admittedly, it's a way to win. Like, at the end of the day, in Elden Ring or in Dark Souls, if you win, you win. And that's just as simple as that. That's just how that fucking works. If you win, you win. So it doesn't matter if it's a boring way to win. That's irrelevant. Have you seen the ways enemies kill you in these games? They don't fucking care if it's fucking fair. They don't give a shit. You know, this is not a game of honor. This is a game of, well, you have a weakness, and I'm going to exploit that immediately. You know, presto. It's dog eat dog. I mean, people can. That's the thing. Like, I'm waiting for someone to pop into my chat and be like, "Excuse me, you're not using the scimitar correctly," because it's never gonna happen. Like, who's gonna fucking come in here and like give me like tips on the scimitar? Nobody. If I was using a katana, maybe they could. Like, excuse me, your katana technique is just piss poor. Well, I mean, the game can be beaten in a myriad of ways. There's definitely like a lot of ways to beat it, and there's a lot of ways you can make it harder on yourself too. So like, even if someone does come in and give me like advice of like, you can do this and you can exploit that and you can equip this and you can use this drink and you can cheese them this way, like it's irrelevant really, because I'm well aware that there's like nefarious tactics that can be used and stuff like that, but it's a simple factor of like, I want to stubbornly just kill it the way I want to kill it, you know? Like with that fucking invisible assassin. I just, you know, I just stuck around until I figured out how to kill him. You know, no need to figure out a cheese, just the game exists. The gameplay elements exist. They're like a toolbox that you can pluck from and test out and experiment. It's great. I feel like we do need more Kerosene streams. You know, that's what I'm missing. It's just some more Kerosene streams. I want to see more actually, like, it's funny because a Kerosene stream, it costs paint to do, you know. You know, there's like a paint tax for her art streams. I thought about it the other day. I'm like, that sucks. You know, like, that sucks. You know, we need to figure out her digital art avenue as well, just so you don't have to like constantly like buy paint just to be able to stream. You know, because you're bound to run out eventually, I'd assume. Yeah, it's a paint tax, right? Like, because like it doesn't seem like it's gonna be like you don't have like an infinite amount of paint in there. I assume. I the first time you painted, I assume you just have infinite paint. Like, you know, the finite realities didn't occur to me. Naked, no armor. I know. I like armor. That's a thing. Like why would I not wear armor in that game? Have you seen the armor? It looks cool. Like, I want to wear the thing that looks cool. The problem is I have not found a cool set of armor yet. Like, I am all for fashion souls. Like, you know, like I just want my character to look cool. You know, it's simple as that. I've yet to find the armor for me yet. But I like what I got. It doesn't do much to protect me. That's the funniest part about the armor. I could be naked or fully armored. It doesn't do much when I get hit by things. Like, it's still about the same amount of damage. Armor likes Cobb salad. I bet you Armor doesn't appreciate you guys making fun of him for his Cobb. I bet he doesn't even eat Cobb salad anymore. Bet you ruined that for that guy. Probably ruined it for him. You know? His fucking wife probably, like, Hey, Armor, why are you not? Do you want the Cobb salad today? Why are you not getting this Cobb salad? Oh, just put it back. Put it back. No, just put it back. You know, he's probably really upset about the Cobb salad. I don't want to eat that. They make fun of me. You know, like, probably a psychological scar in that man's brain now. What you guys did to that poor man. He animorphed back into a human after I did all the centaur ribs. You like Animorphs? Do you like Animorphs, 6? Did you know there's an Animorph video game for the PS1? I saw it the other day and I was like, wow, that looks like shit. But you know, I mean, we are living in an age of 2026 where the PS1 is definitely an avenue of investigation. Is it not? But you know, I'm merciful. You know, I'm not going to pull that card yet. Because why would I? I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I don't want you guys to know the fucking main villain of Animorph is named Visser. Like, I certainly don't want you guys to realize that. So why would I fucking redeem Animorphs for the PS1? It would just be annoying. It would just be fucking annoying. Gonna eat all the PS1 doo-doo dogs. Ah, I digress. Well, yes, you will, because you definitely have people who redeem stuff specifically to be like, this is shitty. Like, I don't get it. I will tell you, I don't pick games just because they're gonna be shitty. You know? Like, there's a method to the madness. Tomba's not even a shitty game. Ape Escape's not even a bad game. Like, the Driver. Yeah, okay, well, that's just sadism. Me sending that to you is just me being a fucking sadist. But that's okay, because, like, the joke's on all of us, because you will not get past the tutorial. So, like, it's just gonna be, like, displeasing for the viewers. It's gonna be amazing. Just don't let it win. My suggestion with Driver, don't let it win. Don't even let it phase you. It'll piss us all off. All the viewers who want to see your rage out at this tutorial, just don't let it. Just act like you're having fun the whole time and just, like, break our brains. You know? That's the trick, you know? You gotta, like... You gotta learn to, like, judo flip your anger into happiness, and it really freaks people, like, instead of like rage quitting, like happy quit. Like, quit with, like, quit because you're just so happy, you know? Why not? Like, start like hyperventilating and laughing so hard from joy that, like, you just accidentally just turn off the game, you know? See? Keep cool. Keep some Cobb salad in your mouth, because I want... Wait, what? He wants it all. That's true. Yeah, when Armor starts streaming again, his fucking layout is just going to be, like, salad in, like, the fringes and just him in the middle. And maybe, like, a game behind him, right? He'll be, like, in front of the game. But it's gonna be mostly like a Cobb salad frame. Which I think would look pretty good, actually. I'm just saying, I think that would look great. I wouldn't be against, but then again, maybe I'm biased towards salads myself. You know, maybe I'm a salad lover as well. With a centaur, what, like a Shining Force centaur? Is that what we're talking about here? It's funny, because I think about it sometimes when you guys call the man a centaur, and I have no godly idea where the reference is from. So I just assume there's a good reason for it, right? You know, I just assume that poor man said something at some point that has just stuck. Like when he said he likes Cobb salad. Did he know? Did he know that him uttering the words Cobb salad would brand his soul. His fucking Game of Thrones sigil has a Cobb salad on it. Did he think that saying Cobb salad would end up being like that? No. No, he did not. Combo up both. Cobb salad. Salad VTuber. Yeah. Well, it would have to be like a VTuber, like in the side corner, which, I mean, like, it would be like over here, right? And then he'd just be holding like a bowl of salad the whole time. And you gotta do like, because the VTubers are like this, right? Like, arms down, and then you just, when something funny happens, you go, oh, right? That's what they do. I've seen it. I've seen the VTubers. That's all you gotta do. Just wiggle. Well, you'd have a Cobb salad when you do the wiggle, right? So you just be like that most of the time. That's what they do. I've seen it. Six Rube Goldberged himself to calling me a centaur. Yeah, he he Rube Goldberged himself. So you telling me that, like, if like we were to like psychonauts into Six's brain, right? You know, just like, let's see what's in there. It would be like his brain operates like a Rube Goldberg machine. Like, thoughts are just like set up like it made it make sense. My brain is like a hamster running in like a circle, you know. You know, it's one of those like very simple type of brain. I do not have a Rube Goldberg constantly moving around in there. You like this Six lore? I do too. I'm glad he told us this particular stuff today. I love Psycho. I know you love Psychonauts. I bet you did. I said that specifically because I knew you were the type of guy who likes Psychonauts. I could tell. I could just tell. You know, you could always tell a Psychonauts fan. You just know. You know, they have a certain, you know, way about them. You know, you can just tell. You just always know. You know, like you just, you know, you just get a good feeling. You love 2. I've never played Psychonauts 1 nor 2. Never played either. But I know of them. And I do think they're both good games. I'm not a platformer guy. Me playing those would give them no justice that they deserve. You know? But it's just not my genre. It would be like the equivalent of me playing an RTS. You know, I'd be lost. I'd just be fucking lost. You're a few screws loose of a burrito. I mean, yeah, I would hope you don't fucking put screws in your burritos. Like, what are you doing? That's probably a crime, even. That's probably like illegal to do. I don't think you should be doing that. It's illegal. 1 is good, but it'll show its age. But he thinks 2 is perfect. Wait, what? It's great. I'm glad I got invited to the trash compactor. I'll say no to that. Hey, would you like to join Marty Monsterface and Trash Compactor? No, not today. Not today. I'm sorry. No, sorry, not today. I appreciate the offer. The offer's appreciated. Unfortunately, tomorrow, more Elden Ring. Sunday, more Elden Ring. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, more Elden Ring. Or in fact, it's all going to just be Elden Ring for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately. Until we beat it. And then it's beaten, and then what will we do? We'll just miss Elden Ring. Like, it'll just be that same fucking factor of, oh, dang it, we gotta play this game, and then, dang it, we're done playing it, you know? Oh, I mean, streaming daily. Streaming Elden Rings. Brought the boys to the yard. Yeah, I mean, it's funny because Yakuza is like a mosquito repellent for people. People do not like Yakuza. People act like they like Yakuza, but I call the bullshit. As a Yakuza historian and player of all the games, that, I don't think people. I think people have played Yakuza 0, and then they're like, I love that series. You know, I'm just calling that 100% the fact. There's probably like 50 people in this world who've played through like all the fucking Yakuza games. There's no way. No way anyone would put themselves willingly through that. Not even York played through all of them, okay? Even York like got to a point where he's just like, that's enough. I'd recommend Yakuza 0, of course, to play. That one's fun to play. And then Judgment 1. And then if you like those, yeah, sure. You could go back and play the rest, but you kind of get like all you would really want gameplay-wise from those two, specifically. You know, you can play Judgment 1. It's so standalone that you could get an entire Yakuza experience and just be done with it. Just be careful with Judgment 2. That game's weird. Judgment 2 did not know what it was doing. Like, narratively, you know? I mean, honestly, I enjoyed playing them. I'm happy I did play them, too. You know? The playing through the Yakuza games just proved to myself that I could play the most boring thing on the entire planet and still just reasonably get through it. I mean, sometimes not the most boring thing on the planet, but like 50% of the time, Yakuza is indeed the most boring thing on the entire planet, and that's okay. That's kind of the charm of it. That's what grounds it in reality. Is the sheer like nothing that happens sometimes? You know, that's just normal. It's actual like life shit. But unfortunately, we're back to Elden Ring, and it's good that people like to watch it. I don't know why people like to watch it, because it takes a lot of focus to like play through that. So there's like less room for commentary, unless you're gonna be sitting there being like, "Oh, fuck this guy," you know, while he's killing you. But you know, I'm not really like not really a ragey kind of guy. Like I don't like to rage out, so I try to just keep a composure. Like as much as I want to like choke the life out of some of these bosses, you know. Yeah, I mean that might have been the funnest part of the game I had, was just like the dancing stuff in Yakuza. What was it? Was it 6? Yakuza 6? Like, no, it was Yakuza 5. Yakuza 6 was really weird. Yakuza 6 gave us what, like the nothing really. It didn't really give us much of anything. Yakuza 6 was very bare bones. But at least it wasn't Robot Club. Holy shit. You know? Like, no singular boss. No boss in Elden Ring is gonna be more difficult than the fucking Robot Club in Lost Judgment. Like, there are levels of difficulty, and like that was like up there. I would rather fucking play through like the rest of Metal Gear Rising on very hard mode than ever attempt to like beat Robot Club in Lost Judgment. Like, I feel like Metal Gear Rising would be more of a reasonable task than that shit. Like, any day. I think that was the most like gunky, crappy game I've ever played, and hard, like nefariously hard. You know, that's the issue with like a janky, unbalanced game, is that like the actual ability to be victorious in it is very slim margin. Hey, do you guys want to go see if Alien is still playing in the movie theater? Let's see if Alien's still playing. I know it's illegal, but that's okay, you know? You know? It's okay if it's illegal. It's just, you know, don't even worry about it. Don't ask questions. You know, you ask too many questions. Oh. Don't tell anyone that we're going to the movie theater to see if Alien is still playing. Okay. If you tell anyone, if you tell anyone, you might just disappear off the planet. And you know what? I like having you here on this planet, so maybe you should just not tell anyone we're gonna do something illegal. Okay, that's what I like to see. Because personally, I like having you on this planet with me. I don't want to remove you from this planet. That would be awful. That'd be awful for you, and I'd feel bad. We're gonna go in there, right? In there for just a couple minutes. All right, we're loading. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Calm down. BattleBots was some weird shit. I did not see Robot Club. Yeah, I wish Robot Club was just good. That's like the main problem. Is that like, oh hey. Oh. 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 Hey guys. Hey guys. Sorry we're late. Hey guys. Hey guys. Sorry we're late. We're here. We're here. Sorry we're late, guys. We're all here. Jeez. We're gonna just calm down. We're all here. Jesus. Jeez. Right? Like, jeez, what's the problem? Like, we're here. Like, what the heck? We're right here. Like, what do they want from us? Like, we showed up. We're not learning anything. There's very few things to learn. But we do have Alien. We do have Alien. Oh, actually, Here. Here, we'll take it to the other room where you can see it better. Yeah? Alien. And we actually do have, I will say, we do have a lot of movies for this movie theater. In my Discord channel, I have posted, how many movies do we have? Like 50? We have 50 movies for this specific movie theater in VR. And this is one of them. Actually, we have some of them on the wall, but I've shown you guys this before. But we do have like our own little secret movie theater, basically. RoboCop, Alien, Dread. We got a lot of selection. These are not all of them. These are just ones I was not lazy. I was too lazy to post all of them at a certain point. At one point, it was really cool because I had it set up so you could actually like put your hand on the button and push them, and then it would like switch it on the TV. But then they broke that. They broke that because I'm letting people illegally watch movies in here. So of course they had to cut that ability away. But this is Alien. It's a great movie. Do you guys like Alien? Are you a fan of the movie Alien? Yeah? Well, good. Well, good, because I'm not going to let you watch it, because it's illegal, too. It's illegal, Don't look over there. I mean, you can look over there if you want, but don't look over there. Oh. But yeah, we're probably gonna roll things up pretty soon. I think maybe this week I will ponder on really what to do here. I'm thinking The main thought process, I believe. Well, let me get this closer. Oh. The main thought process I'm thinking is probably like videos, probably reaction content, more or less. Situate a video screen behind, which we can kind of demonstrate here to a degree. But it won't be here. I'll probably have to make an entirely like new world for it. But I am thinking I'll just find things I like to watch, put them back here, not here. This is an example, and react to them. Cause why not? I have no reason not to. I have the full capabilities of putting the things here. Cause we had the commercials last time. We did stuff, and it was nice. I've got the urge to play Elden Ring. Do I? I mean, yeah, I'm gonna play it tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I 100% would love to play Elden Ring right now. You're not wrong. Yeah, I would love to play Elden Ring right now. I mean, yeah, of course, I'm a big fan. You know, the addiction is in. Yeah, it freaked me out too because I can see myself like what you guys are saying. I'm also seeing on like the camera I have in front of me. So like I just see a door open behind me. It's like what the fuck? It's creepy. Well, it's a matter of also like even if I want to do like the Wiser with Visor where I have a topic in hand where like we're gonna talk about whatever, it still would just be better to have a video because in my other world, which I guess we can go back to. You're not supposed to see this. It's illegal. But I'll demonstrate. Like we'll go back there. We'll end it there. What we started. Just drop that portal right there. The problem is that I designed this world with like no capabilities to actually really like have a video going that the viewers can actually like reasonably see. And I think that's it's an oversight. I mean, like I designed this one just to kind of fit a mood, which is I think it has fit a nice mood. This place is very, I mean, at least in my opinion, very cozy. It fits my body really well. Like, the shadows obscure me just right. But unfortunately, like, if I wanted a video, it's just not, there's not a good positioning for it here. It's just not proper. I mean, we got this too. I mean, yeah, I could hold the cell phone. I could potentially do it this way. Which is, it's funny. It's extremely funny. But it also requires me to keep track of this thing, which it's very easy to drop. It's very easy to lose. And then once you've lost it, you've kind of just lost it, I mean, it's easy to find. But, like, still, you will lose it very fast. It's just going to tuck under something and you're done. Well, but yeah, maybe I'll have to be working on a new world then. Just something different. Nothing wrong with that. And I just want it to be... I need, like, an interesting factor to it. Because, like, just... I don't know. I guess this is just chatting. So there doesn't really need to be, like, a primary factor to it. But I'm just not, like... I'm not, like... I don't, like, look at myself and go, like, well, I'm the most interesting person on the planet. So, like, I assume I need additional factors around me to justify the actual chatting portion, right? Like, it can't just be me and that's it. So, I try my best to at least augment that. I mean, but to be fair, like, Like my just chatting is ostensibly like an avatar I've made and an environment I've made. So all this stuff that you see is things I have created. Like it is a created atmosphere, but I still think there needs to be more entertainment factors to it. To be fair, something. But like I think video, like at the addition, because like we did have the, the Wiser with Pfizer board, and then like our weird, which I don't know if these are grabbable anymore, but we used to have grabbable topics here, and then we had the notes. We had the note drawer here where we could draw upon notes, mainly for me to read, keep an eye out on things. Well, top 5 most interesting. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Type 5 more interesting what, though, is the main factor, Because a lot of things are interesting, I think. Made some stew. He made some stew. Oh, delicious stew. I am a big fan of stew, except for the canned stew. I think canned stew is the worst variation of canned food. They somehow make potatoes and meat have like the most absurd texture on the planet. They're like it drives me nuts. It should theoretically be like the best canned food, but no, we live in an imperfect world where we can't even get that. Can't even have a perfect canned stew. Perfect. It is the perfect weather for it. Cold weather. I mean, I guess you guys are more excited about the summer than anything. Me, over here in Florida, like right now is the only time the weather just feels like normal and comfortable, and then it goes back to being like outrageously hot and sweaty. Bought some ramen packs that are like Mexican flavor soups. Pozole, menudo, marisco. Yeah, stew. I do like stew. Here, we can get some stew on here. Like, let's see what we got. What do I got in here? What do I have in my saved video? I was thinking another thing too, is for VR streams at least. Maybe a new redeem, but once I get the new setup of, we need a primary. In fact, no, that wouldn't work either. I need to make an entirely new world for it, because there's nowhere in here that would fit a comfortable TV screen that's easy to see. I know we got like screens everywhere, but they're all small and they're all intentionally placed to be like in shitty spots. But I think I could also probably have a redeem that just allows the user to redeem like just a YouTube link, just a link to something that could be put onto the whatever screen is active, and then I could react to it or not react to it if I'm being really stubborn and like you've posted something really dumb. I'll just act like it, I'll deadpan it. I'll be like, oh yeah, Rick Roll, huh? Joke's on you. I like that song, Just finished wrapping up all my pipes, and oh my god, you're living in like Terrorville, USA right now. It's a damn shame. Oh man, I hope my pipes don't freeze. Like, damn, brother, you take care of yourself. Oh, it sucks. That sucks. I feel for you. That's just unfortunate. You've had like a hell of a 2026 so far. I feel like. Let's hope it's just like an early hitch, like hope February is a little better. Maybe it'll level out more. Yeah, that's the thing is like, yeah, that's why, yeah, it sucks. Because like power going out, like over here in Florida after like a hurricane or, it's okay. It's not going to ever be a temperature that's going to like kill us. I mean, the heat's bad, of course. But like a devastating cold it kills you, Like there's a big difference in like danger levels when it comes to that. Just be careful. Just you take care of yourself and your family. Oh, hopefully it passes through, and you're good, and then you could go back to eating ice cream and hamburgers, and not even worrying about life. That's all I hope. I hope we all can get to a portion of our life where we can eat ice cream and hamburgers and laugh, and then we'll dip a French fry into the ice cream and go, yummy. That's all I want. I want everyone to be like that. I want everyone to be in that state of being, and it's very, very comforting to imagine people in that state of being. It's just very comforting to me. I feel so rude. You guys are missing all out on the Weather Channel over here. So rude. So rude of me. Here, let me turn this up for you.
Your current conditions.
Okay. I'm just saying, you guys underestimate the how much the Weather Channel 2003 was, as far as like a vibe. Atlantic City is but a memory. Society is already crumbled here. That'd be okay. I'd be okay with like society crumbling. I mean, I'd hope not, but at a certain point, like, humanity does so much goofy shit, you just go like, well, we've earned it. Like, we deserve it. It's okay. We're drinking all of the Earth's like blood out with a straw. Like, why would we be surprised if the Earth explodes suddenly? I wouldn't. I wouldn't even be surprised. It could explode tomorrow, like in a second. What would we do? I do like the theory that like our planet did explode already, and like human consciousness is just incapable of accepting that. So like we just live in like some weird purgatory echo, like the world we remember. There's some cool theories out there. They're all bullshit, but I like to listen to them. I like to listen to the weird theories. And then I usually just keep moving, because there is answers out there. There are, like, everything does have a purpose to it in the end. It just might be a useless purpose, but you got to keep your ears open a little bit. Well, we already did that, didn't we? Didn't a Large Hadron Collider like by fact, like it did something weird, and then then we kind of stopped doing it. Like, something weird happened there that I'm sure like you don't really want to tell people about, Like, one day they're gonna come out and be like, yeah, by the way, we used to have 13 months, and we lost the month of like Burgundy, like, yeah, we had that before the Large Hadron Collider. We legitimately had another month. And we just don't want to tell people. Nobody seems to remember. So we're just, But aliens look at the doors. Oh, yeah. The aliens come down here and, like, kidnap us. Like, that's on them. Like, you're kidding me? Like, an alien, like, drags me into their ship, and they're like, we're going to experiment on you. We're going to put things in you. Like, oh, hell yeah. Like, they'd be weirded out, because I'd just be like into it. Like, this is great. It's awesome. Like, oh, we're gonna make you our alien pet. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, they'd kick me out. They just kicked me out of their fucking ship. They're like, these humans are weird. Let's just leave. Like, we're trying to scare them, but they're just like, yeah, whatever. It's great. We're descendants of apes. How are you doing today? You know, like, hello, we have thumbs. You know, like, what do you want from us, aliens? Yeah, I just want to be a part of history. Like, by all means, let's get this show on the road. Like, what the heck? What am I worried about? It's a goddamn alien. Sounds like a fucking fun time. I've been around Earthlings enough to where like I'm perfectly willing to let the aliens take over. I'd love to see what they do differently, if it would work. Yeah, that's fine with me. It'll never happen because I'm not quite sure aliens exist. Dude, once I see the right evidence, sure, I'll believe it. I easily believe things. You kidding me? I think that like I wholeheartedly believe that like humanity, like civilization, hits it like we hit peaks, and then we go back to zero. We go back to caveman times. I fully believe that like at least like 4 times we've hit like a humanity peak similar to where we are today. Maybe not the same stuff, but I'm pretty sure we've hit the similar peak to where we are today in terms of like how like sturdy we are as like a human species, and like how good our technology is, whatever that might have been. And but I think like Ice Age is one. Ice Age is one reset that like just annihilated whatever came before. The Great Flood. If you read up on it, it annihilated what came before, right? And then there's who's to say that there wasn't another event before that just we don't have a book about it where we got annihilated again. It's just going to keep happening that way. We're just like waves of like resetting and disasters and rebuilding, and then we rebuild after. Like, we're going to return to Monkey one day, right? Well, not us. And then people are going to find the fucking like the Statue of Liberty and then be like, well, I built that, right? Like if I were a caveman after the fall of mankind, and I came out of my cave, and the first thing I saw was the Statue of Liberty, just like all derelict and shit, I'd be like, I built that. That's why I would tell every single person, like, I built this. I built this city. We built this city. I thought I built this, and I'd write books about it, about how I built the Statue of Liberty. That's how it happened. That's what the fucking history of the pyramids is, 100%. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. That people did not just fucking come out of a cave one day and went, I built this. I built these. No, I built that. That's my cat. Statue. I built these. I buried my grandfather in that one. That's what happened. It's 100% with the fucking... That's our written history of the pyramids, because we do not know what the fuck the deal is with the pyramids. We have no idea. Whatever information is on them is gone, because it was made out of paper. For the most part, I am totally ready for any sort of apocalypse. I've been ready to get off the ride since birth. Not suicidal. Just an old stepfather having fun on a roller coaster, like Universal Studios. I mean, we're ready to go. We're ready to have some fun. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I know what you mean, 6. I get you. Yeah, you make a lot of sense. It's fair. I also live with like a very... I don't think I have a fear of death. I did. I had like a fear of death when I had someone to take care of and someone to protect. Like, as long as I had people to protect, my fear of death was like top, right? Because my passing would, it influenced the people I was taking care of. But now, holy shit, I'm in like that. I'm in a mental state where it's like nothing to lose anymore. And it's weird. It's kind of freeing. But yeah, it's like definitely in like that weird zone of like, well, I haven't found the thing in my life that like matters. There's, like to me, like the things that matter to me are behind me now, right? Yeah, I know that feeling, Jolo. And it's a valid fear to have. All you can do is treat them as well as you can, while you can, and it's as simple as that. Like, the nothing stops time from doing what it has to do, but you can definitely stop yourself from feeling remorseful and like just like, oh man, I could have done better. Like, that's the worst thing. That's like the worst factor of death, is getting to that point where you can't really do any better anymore. That's it. You know, you've expended all of your, you know, your points, you know. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Don't worry, Six. Like I told you, when I pass on and I get to the gates of heaven, I'm gonna leave a good word for all you guys. I will. I swear. I swear. I'm like, nah, they're pretty good. They're all right. I just let them in. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. They love the flying spaghetti monster. I don't care. They're dumb. You know. Let them in. You know. That's what I'll tell them. Don't worry. Oh man, I just remember I still have my stick. You guys can wait right here while I get my stick. And if you don't wait right here while I get my stick, well, I can't guarantee what might or might not happen to you. I don't know. It's on you at that point, isn't it? We have the stick. I found the stick. I'm sorry about threatening you, but I do have the stick. Now I can poke you with the stick. Man, that's so fucking annoying, isn't it? Isn't that annoying? I'll put it away, I swear. I'm sorry. That was my own fault for doing that. That was just cruelty right there. That was just a cruelty. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking doing that. That was just mean. Oh, I see. Really, Six? Really? Is that... Really? Really, Six? You're gonna say best? Did you just say best to me? Did you just say best to me? Wow. best. We just allow that. There you go. There you go. I allowed it. Don't you worry. I allowed it. I allowed it. I'm serious. I'm going where the black metal is. Whoever the best. Okay. Makes sense. You guys are naughty. The best emote? I mean, it is a good emote. It is probably the best emote. Sorry, I know Twitch is a very competitive place, and I try not to be a competitive guy. But it's actually a verifiable fact that I do have the best emote. Can you find anything wrong with that actual sentence? Is that not false? It's just the truth. It's literally, factorially, the best emote that's on Twitch. Did I clean it up? No, Six. Here's the weird part is that I think on your stream, it warps it to some degree. I don't know why, but when it appears on your thing, it like says best, and then there's like a smaller best underneath it. Because I had to look at the image again after I saw it on yours. I'm like, how is that even possible? I have no idea how it's possible. Because it's like, I don't know what, something with the way your thing is like showing the gifts. It might be like showing like a smaller double of it underneath, but I don't know. The best emote is best, but you know, maybe it was just like a glitch or something. But I do notice what you were talking about. I felt like, look, it looks better now. It was weird looking. Okay, yeah, because I noticed that too, and it drove me nuts a little bit because I thought there was like, I couldn't like fathom like how I was doing that. But yeah, it's all I did was I got the words best and I layered them on top of each other like 8 times until it like had like some sort of like effect look to it. But you know, it turned out pretty good. Like I said, I Frankenstein. I am no artist, but boy oh boy, can I do a lot with image layers and like an image editor. You know, simple as that. It's all like illusions. It's smoke and mirrors. Also, Kerrison's been... I think Kerrison wants me to start playing Guilty Gear Strive. So I guess I might have to start facilitating that into a day or something. I've also been thinking about maybe having a different way, because like Fridays are probably going to end up being VR day. Unless I don't want to do it on a particular day, because VR is like a little more... I mean, it's more energy taxing than a video game, because you're not sitting there playing a video game, you know? So it just depends on if I'm like super tired. I definitely would not be willing to do this, because it's just like, what would be the point? I'd be too low energy for it to be even like good. Yeah, Strive. So I probably need to like start actively playing it again and like, I don't know, knock the rust off, because it's been a while. But I would like to have a fighting game in. I want a fighting game in my equation of streaming stuff. And I only want it to be one. It only needs to be one. So people can be aware of the one. People can play the one. People can train in the one. It's simple as that. It doesn't need to be a bunch of different ones. There's no way. One is fine. Guilty Gear Strive looks fucking dope on screen. It's fun, it's short, it's sweet. It works. It's a perfect one. But that means I have to like train. I'm not very good at it. Don't get me wrong, I will lose. But that's not, you know, that's not a fucking problem. It's all about the smoke. It's about the combat. You know, it's about the fight. And, you know, hopefully we can have some dope fights. That's all I'm hoping for. You know, I just want some dope fights. You know? So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll pick a day for it. I don't know if I'm going to do the Fight Me Redeem, because I don't really think I want to turn off a game just to play a different game. But I might actually set up just a day for it. If anything, like... it might even be like a semi-just chatting stream where it's not all the fighting game, you know. It could be like a little both. Play a little bit of Strive, take a break, chit chat, go back to fighting. We could make it like, we'll figure it out. May not even be a thing. Who knows? Who knows? But, okay, I should probably start rolling it up, right? It's been about 2 hours. My voice is starting to get tired. And if I do any more, I've already said what I would say. If I keep going, I'll just keep saying the same thing. It'll just be inevitable. Yeah, fight and chat. Yeah, I mean, why not have a good fight night? You know, I'll let my viewers beat me up. You know, that's fine. I'm sure plenty of my viewers want the opportunity to beat me up. You know, they've probably been waiting for that opportunity for a long time. You know, like finally I get to beat this fucking guy up. So yeah, why not? Fine with me. You know. Yeah, we're probably gonna roll things up. I'm getting tired. Yeah. It's been about 2 hours though. You know, I think that's pretty good. I was only gonna go an hour, so 2 hours is just a miracle. It's a miracle. I had enough to talk about for 2 hours. You know, usually don't have a lot to talk about really in general. Give us Mothman. I do not control the Mothman. You guys talk to him. You guys talk to York about the same amount I do. He's a very busy guy. We were just lucky he was on last time. You know, that surprised me too. We probably won't be seeing him tonight. It's okay. It's okay. He's like a real cryptid, you know? You just never know when he's gonna pop in. We have a tuna slap. Yeah. I mean, we might be seeing him on fight nights, which is great, because I need someone around to beat up Six. And York's really good at that. It's very funny how, you know, like, the Six can wipe the floor with me, but you get York in here, it's a much more reasonable fight between those two. Like, it's a much more closer fight between those two. It's very funny. It's very funny to see. But yeah, hopefully everyone has a really good rest of your Friday, and thank you so much for popping in. Needs to be at least one adult to keep Six in check. Yeah, it's yeah, York's it's either that or I call Beef and get him to pop in there and beat you up. You know, it's one of those two. Either York or Beef. You know, well, luckily for you, Beef isn't going around playing fighting games, or, you know, you'd be fucked. You know, that man knows all your tricks, I bet. He probably knows all your weird fighting game tricks, you know. You need to start playing Street Fighter or something, so I can see, like, you in your natural fighting like environment, you know. I want to see, like, fucking Street Fighter bullshit terms. Hey, thanks so much. Good job to you too. Good job to you as well, Jolo. Hey, Armor, good job on the pipes. It was good to see everybody. Thumbs up. Let's see here. Anything I missed? No, not really. Not really. It was great to see you guys. Next Friday, I'll try to do the same. Tomorrow's probably Elden Ring, of course. And we'll see. And the 6 also streams. Jolo said he's going to start streaming pretty soon too, so make sure to follow both of these guys. You know, they're great people. Great people. Big fans of both of them. And Karison also streams. Follow them too, though they're out of paint right now, so they're collecting the blood of, you know, volunteers for the paint stream. It's going to be good. It's going to be crimson colored. Crimson paint. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much for popping in here today. Well, I'll make sure to catch you guys next time for sure. And thank you again. It's always been good. Always good seeing you guys.